This rumor could be a massive threat to EV players and, have big implications on the balance sheets and the risk management of manufacturers, but also on the consumer demand. And frankly, it might be good news for NIO. So let's dive into what this rumor says. But first of all, let's keep it at what it is. It's a rumor, right? But in theory, this might happen. And actually, I made the other day also a video about what actually happened in the EU regarding an order to introduce replaceable batteries for Apple and iPhones. And so this kind of connects the dots here. So this is the rumor that you see here from a Chinese forum. And let me quickly translate it for you. So the rumor says, let me reveal an insider message to you. The battery test will be included in the annual inspection of new energy vehicles soon, and all unqualified ones will be returned to the 4S shop for repair or change. And on the bottom, there's another comment to reveal more specific points. A preliminary random test, new energy models over 6-year-old were selected and the pass rate was only 10%. So I don't know the validity of this rumor, so how likely it is that such kind of a policy will be introduced. However, given what I pointed out with the Apple iPhone in the EU, such of a policy could become reality, and it's a certain risk to EV makers because, of course, they would then have to either carry the cost for the consumers here and repair batteries that are not passed in this annual test, or those kind of costs will be passed on to consumer, and therefore it may actually shift the demand of consumers towards vehicles that actually don't have a problem with such an annual test. And that, of course, should in theory lead to a high demand for batteries that are swappable in the future, because of course then it will be much easier to, when the battery is actually managed by an external party, like in the case of NIO with the battery asset management company there, and you only have a contractual relationship and you don't own the battery, then it's certainly not your business to keep the battery healthy. And so this actually means that there is a threat for the whole industry there in terms of the uncertainty that this might bring. And currently it might only be NIO which has a solution industry-wide there in terms of what might happen in case that this gets introduced as a legislation. It also gives, on the other hand, the Chinese legislators a way of managing and steering the industry there. So that would be also a way of thinking about it. And of course, if you think about it, this is a way of, kind of helping local players like NIO if they would willing to do that. I'm cautious on that. Let's say it like this. Of course, they don't want to influence the battery industry, the EV industry in a big way that is, connected to a negative outcome. However, this issue about recyclability, second use, and also the use of resources, I think that's a very important one. And I think there will be solutions coming up in a couple of years, and this will become a more pressing issue. We see it now, let's say, with the phones in Europe, but at some point this will also become an issue for the whole automotive industry, and we'll see which way the legislators will go there. Certainly, we can say that for NIO, this means that they are more future-proof with their concept for now. At least that's how I'm seeing it. And that's currently a hidden cost for the current EV players in the field that are not doing battery swapping. And in the field of NIO, that's actually a hidden advantage in a case that this becomes reality. So let me know in the comments what you think about it. Is this realistic that Chinese legislators or maybe even global legislators will pass legislations that impose more responsibility towards the EV industry in order to keep batteries healthy or not? How do you think competitors are positioned for that? And do you think that this is worth the extra cost for a battery swapping ecosystem that NIO has introduced to the industry? Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.